to play? Want to play in your D&D game? I want to play. I want to play. I want to play in your D&D game. I want to play. I want to play. I want to play in your D&D game.
One. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dice Camera Action. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Hey!
Yeah, we are back after the Thanksgiving break. How did everybody's Thanksgiving go?
It's great.
Yeah.
Good.
Or
We
as they,
actually had
as
it
they
with
call it in
Jared.
Barovia, the Festival of the Dead Fowl.
Ah, yes,
Aw.
yes.
Yes. So,
But not in Holly's house. It's
Yes,
the
that is
No,
correct.
well,
imitation dead fowl.
We had one Thanksgiving with Jared and Heidi, Ross and I did, and then we also had one at my house. That one didn't have any dead fowl though, but it had loaves of stuff.
I'm not a dead fowl fan myself either.
It's okay.
I've never had a tofurkey though. Was it good?
neither have I.
So the Gardein roast is really where it's at. Tofurkey is really good, but the Gardein roast is just great. It's
Sardine roast is good, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So speaking of roasts,
Oh no.
I'm just gonna cry myself.
Oh, brilliant.
the characters encountered Strahd's carriage pulled by two great black horses, and they hopped inside and took a ride to Castle Ravenloft. And joining them for the ride was a crazy mad mage who called himself Mordenkainen. And upon arriving at the castle, there was some interplay in which Mordenkainen told the Waffle crew that in order to make it possible to defeat Strahd, someone would have to destroy the heart of the castle. And that's something that he decided to undertake on his own, leaving you to deal with the vampire lord himself. And shortly after your arrival at the castle, you found the dead remains of Falcon, which Diath absently started to gnaw on.
I forgot about that. Ah!
I know.
Yes.
No, Jared didn't forget.
Yes. There was also an encounter with the Dusk Elf you know as Casimir, who also happens to be the Chamberlain of the castle, Rahadin. But you fought and slew him, as well as destroyed a number of gargoyles that were guarding the main foyer.
Yes, that was us. We did that.
We
Yes.
did. It was teamwork.
All
Yes.
by
So good.
ourselves.
And Mordenkainen went stalking upstairs up the grand staircase and disappeared from view, leaving you down in the foyer with music, organ music playing off in the opposite direction. And that's kind of where you were headed.
What was it called? The thing he was looking for again?
Heart of Sorrow.
Hmm.
Yes. And he believed he needed to go up. Now, Paulton, as it turns out, has been in the castle before and knows where that music comes from because he's been in that room before. And it's recently come to light that these are all facts. And Evelyn, Diath, and Strix, you now know that this is not Paulton's first time here.
I'm sure he has a great reason for not having told us that before. What is that great reason, Paulton?
Let me tell you that reason. Oh man, it is a great reason. It's the greatest of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say
y'all,
anything. Don't talk.
y'all aren't ready for it. So
Oh,
I'll let you mentally prep for it.
But it's a good reason. You have a good reason, like a really good one, like one that's not going to make us like have to like throw you out of the party or anything.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
is Rahadin still tiny and at our feet?
Oh yeah.
Yes, you shrunk him down with your magic, and he is still, at least until the spell ends,
Good.
a mini.
So we need to get rid of him so that they don't think that he's he's our other wizard Fred. So can
Oh.
we also need to stab him. Do you have any stabby
Yeah,
thing?
much to your relief, too, all the thousands of myriad voices that scream in your head whenever he's around, they are also silenced.
They're
Ugh.
not just tiny voices like,
No, that means we've done it. All the thousands of people that he has killed, we finally put to rest.
Yeah, we avenged them.
Sure
Look at
did.
us.
are you sure? You sure we just can't not? Oh, I don't know about that actually.
You- yeah,
I'm like, what are you
people
talking
have
about?
never heard them, so
Yeah, I still don't know about the voices.
Who has the stakes? Did I take? Who has them? I know we have some.
I don't have any steaks. I'm a vegetarian.
Ugh.
I have a silver dagger.
yes, you do have the silver dagger.
the
I
whole-
know Strix has the puppet.
Right. We got holy water and steaks.
And
One of
I
us.
have a song in my heart.
I'm just gonna assume that I stuffed it in my robes then.
What song is it?
Along with the excuse, I will get back to you.
All right.
The worst.
Uh,
Well,
you
I want to stab what's his face with a stake before we do anything.
Okay.
I'm afraid of him.
You impale the dusk elf on the stake. His corpse does not tremble or move. Plunge it into his black heart.
Good, perfect. You're not getting up. You suck.
Are you going to leave the stake embedded in his body?
Yes.
Okay.
Strix actually brings up a good idea. We should find some way to get rid of the body, if not for our own sake, but to help Mask Mordenkainen's objective.
I have an idea.
What is it?
The hut.
What?
The
The
hut.
hut.
You can put him in the hut.
You'll-
But then we-
Paulton's hut.
Well, the thing is with the hut, as soon as Paulton leaves it, the hut goes away.
Oh, so he can't just chill in there with the body forever.
It also leaves a giant hut in the middle.
A very
Look.
conspicuous dome of magic.
Yeah, look, we're being lured down this hallway to wherever that music is coming from. But we can't get there yet. We still need to get the Strixie thing
Yeah. Strix thing.
from Madafina.
Oh, the bone. You mean the bone room, the bone
Yeah.
sword thing.
Yeah.
We don't know where that is, though.
No, we don't. Although apparently someone here might have a clue.
Oh, that's probably why you didn't
Slow
tell
turn
us.
to Fulton.
It was a surprise for us.
What
You're
are we
so
talking about?
mysterious.
Did you see a room of bones, Paulton?
I no, that I did not see.
Hmm. See, he didn't see it, so now we definitely don't know where it is. We might be able to ask something in this castle or someone.
Okay, so he doesn't know where it is, but at the very least, you know where it is not. That still helps.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
This is true because I definitely remember all the details off the top of my head.
Yeah, so Paulton, you do remember being in a dungeon, in
It
a
was a
flooded
dungeon.
torture chamber.
Mhm.
You remember the room with the magic brazier, that's for sure. And you also remember being taken to meet Strahd in his library, where there was a big picture of Arena above a burning big
course.
fireplace. You also saw a corpse there belonging to the village priest at the start of the Barovian adventure. And of course, there's the organ chamber / dining hall to your south, and you can actually see light spilling through doors that are cracked open. That's probably why you can hear the music so clearly. And that's where you.
If I was an ossuary, because obviously I know what that word means.
Yes.
I love ossuaries.
Where
I know a lot about ossuaries.
generally where would that be within the setting of a castle? If I had to take a guess.
Definitely, it would be some kind of tomb. It would be,
Yeah, it'd be like underground.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, bones go underground.
yeah. That makes sense to me.
But I am just going to throw this out here that I am very afraid to walk around this castle.
As am I.
That's fair.
I'm not afraid because I know that the reason that Paulton didn't tell us is because he knows this place and he's going to show us exactly what to do.
Ah,
Isn't that right? It was just a surprise for us. You sweet, sweet, sweet little bard.
Yeah, we can yell at him about that later, but we want to find him start with that right now.
So you're
Cool.
standing in the flickering torchlight of this pillared hall foyer, you can see in the direction opposite the staircase the sort of slash of light coming through double doors music is originating out of. That light sort of casts across the hall and illuminates what appears to be another archway, a narrower archway, which Paulton, leads to a spiral staircase going up and down.
Mm-hmm. And that's the staircase that goes down to the.
It goes down to the dungeons and up to the study.
Okay, I will convey this information.
Okay.
Well, we could go down to the dungeon, or we could see. I mean, I'm sure that Big Scary Face knows we're here anyway. That's why he's giving us his weird sonata.
Right. That dude can wait.
Maybe he just likes playing music.
It's
Yeah,
a beautiful
right.
piece.
Huh?
It's a lovely song, though.
Do you know it? Can you play it? I like it when you play.
So we should probably make a decision on the direction in which we are going to proceed. Discuss.
Towards wherever we believe the bone ossuary would be. I've got an idea to help us get there and help to not raise too much suspicion.
I think it would be down, just as an.
I think so too.
That sounds totally reasonable. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of Rahadin's body or mask it or hide it or.
Let's carry it down to the
It's very
ossuary.
small. Why don't we just
I don't.
crush it?
It's not that small.
Ew.
It's like halfling size.
Oh, I thought it was like tiny.
Proto-sized.
Well, it's still easy to smash.
Is there anywhere we can hide it in here?
Well, this hallway is sort of dusty and unkempt. There's a pillar you could hide behind, or there's probably like some dusty corners you could stuff them in and sort of kick some, just pull like a tapestry down over him. And
Yeah, can we put like chunks of destroyed gargoyle on him?
Yeah. you could do that
Right.
too. You could bury him under the wreckage of smashed gargoyles.
Okay, let's do something like that. Because I feel like if they know Rahadin is dead, that's going to raise suspicion, possibly with other people here within the castle. However, if they see Rahadin walking around with, say, 3 prisoners, we might be okay.
That's true. He's
So,
tiny.
not a factor right now, Strix. I know you're proud of it.
Okay.
I don't think you look much like Rahadin.
No. Strix, I've seen you do this before. You have been
Oh, I
impeccable.
can't do that anymore. I can just turn people tiny.
Yes, you can. I am going to reach onto my belt and take my potion of polymorph and
Oh.
hand it over to Strix.
Oh, wait, I have to be him? I hate him.
You've been the best at impersonating other people.
Oh,
Like, it's
the
blowing my
best.
mind how good you've been at it.
Oh, that's the worst lie I've heard this entire time we've been here.
Your impression of Strahd
Fine.
was spot on.
Stop lying to me, Evelyn.
Yeah, when did you even do an impression of Strahd? I thought he was there. Was that you good?
Fine.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'll just take the potion and drink it.
You could use this, become Rahadin, and we will be then your prisoners. Paulton might be a prisoner too, or on your side, depending on Paulton. But
Why would he be on their side? It's not like they know him or anything.
Yeah,
no, but his shadow would say otherwise.
What?
All this said, I think that's our best option to get through without raising too much alarm suspicion. We could just be being brought, say, the bone ossuary, where we will be slaughtered and our bones added to that. But instead, we'll get the thing.
Wait, maybe we can find the ossuary just by, if I walk in as Rahadin and ask everyone in the, the chamber over there and just be like, I forgot something where is the bones again?
I don't know. Do you think
I'm a good actor.
you're right? Actually, I have no reservations whatsoever. You are the best actress I've ever met.
Let's do it.
There, it's settled. This is our best bet.
All right, so I'll drink the potion.
Okay. And you transform into Rahadin before
Ugh.
everyone's eyes.
Ugh, gross.
Congratulations. Now you're an ass.
Minus all of the horrific psychic voices.
Could I possibly use my prestidigitation to mimic those voices around me?
You could.
All right, I'm gonna try and do that so that no one gets suspicious of not having this horrible screams.
Okay.
And Evelyn will hear them this time, and I kind of do it just to spite her.
Okay.
I'm like, what is that? Why are you doing that? What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, you are horrified at the sounds that
Stop
Strix is
it!
able to conjure with her spell.
Why? Strix, why? Strix,
That's what it
Strix,
sounded like for
why?
the rest of us, complainy pants.
Dang,
What?
Strix, this is just a little too accurate.
Does it actually sound just like the voices?
Yeah, she can create these audible sounds as close in approximation as she can to the twisted voices. And given her imagination and just how dark she is, she has no trouble making them very disturbing.
Oh, good.
And as long as
This
she
wasn't annoying before.
as long as she concentrates, she can basically keep that up for an hour.
You just
Sweet.
hear all these terrifying noises.
Yeah, some of them are probably saying things that are nothing like Rahadin would have thought.
I'm scary and sad.
And
Ah.
it's like, oh, that cute little snicky snicks.
All right, perfect. We have some form
Okay.
of cover. Even if it's not great, this at least gives us some form of surprise. Should we raise suspicion? Someone
So should I go in there and ask them where the ossuary
No.
is?
You should
Oh.
not. I feel like if you go in there and ask where the bone ossuary is, people will immediately raise suspicion. You should know, as Asmir, where the bone ossuary is.
Okay.
So
Maybe you should just
I
go
mean,
like
okay. I'm
over there.
all right,
You should leave. I'll be right there.
all right. I'll lead everyone down the steps then.
Okay.
By the way,
I
DF, you look for traps because I'm bad at that.
you got it. I will actively do that using my Dungeon Delver feat, so I automatically have advantage against seeing any and all traps. Perkins.
When you make your way
Yeah.
down the south hall, out of the main foyer, you do get to a point where you're standing basically between this hallway that leads to the spiral staircase going down, which is a dusty, dark hallway. And across, on the wall across from that, are the double doors leading into the room with the music coming out of it, the pipe organ music. As you kind of look in that direction, I know you're not aiming to go there, but you can certainly see into the room at this point because the doors are open about a foot and a half. You can see that the dining hall is not, there's light pouring out of it. It's obviously brightly lit. You can see what appear to be crystal chandeliers generating the light, possibly magically. And there is a table arrayed with food. And you can see a figure seated at the grand pipe organ on the far side of the room, and it is a dark black cloak clad entity.
You're not here.
And it's got its back to you and is playing the organ. And as you begin to make your way down the hall searching for traps, I'd like you to make a perception check.
All of us
He
or just
hears
him?
the screams.
Just DF who's searching.
You got it. Ha! Ha ha! Natural 20!
Whoa! He sees.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good air horn.
Yeah, that was really good.
Not like I've practiced or anything.
That's the
Right.
bard right there.
Okay, as you make your way down the hall and to the steps, very perceptively looking around, you don't see anything that resembles a trap.
Cool.
Occasionally in the stairwell, you can see there are niches that have old candelabras resting in them, but they're not lit. There are candles in them should you wish to take one, but it's a dark staircase. So you basically need your own light. What are you using at this point?
We can use my drift globe. Boop.
Okay, great. So Rahadin has got the drift globe out in his hand. As you make your way down the steps, Diath blazing the way. You are able to get all the way down to the bottom of the steps, Diath, confident that there are no traps whatsoever. And you realize now you are in the level of the castle that is partially flooded. The steps descend down into dark, briny water. And there is a long hallway extending out from the stairwell at this point, going off in a single direction. And it is got about 2 feet of water.
You recognize this, Paulton?
Alton certainly does. This is the flooded dungeon that he found himself in.
Are there any bone rooms down here?
So Paulton, you know that a little ways down the hall, there are two branches to the left and right that are going to lead to the cells. Which are even more sunk than this hallway. You also were warned at one point that there are hidden traps in the floor of this flooded hallway. And you remember being told where they were. There was like a pattern to follow, but you're not exactly sure. Maybe an intelligence check might be in order.
All right.
Oh God.
Let's see here. What is my? Oh,
That's
here we go.
You're not that smart.
Dude, I started off with a nat 20. You can do it too.
11.
Okay. You also know that at the very end of this hallway, just beyond the range of the drift globe light, is where it opens up into the torture chamber where you fought those horrible zombies that rose from the water. With the help of a strange man who you haven't seen since he disappeared into the fires of the brazier. But you think, Paulton, you have enough recollection of where those traps in the floor are that you could, were you to lead the way, guide the party safely down the length of this.
All right. So there's traps in this deal, and I feel okay about remembering where they are, ish, kind of.
Okay.
I just can't wait until you tell us how you know all this stuff. I think it's going to be such a great surprise that I'm going to feel happy about, not mad or scared or betrayed or anything.
Maybe the trap will kill me before that. No.
Do you think the bone room is down here, though? I don't want to
Yeah,
just
more-
wade into this water for no reason.
Yeah, are we even going where you think would be the right?
There's
There was nothing down here that he saw that looked like a bone room.
Is there any other possibilities in the directions we're going?
Are there any rooms you didn't go into?
Paulton he was in one of two cell blocks. He didn't go into the other one, assuming it just holds cells. The room that had the brazier in it had some other doors off of it, one of which led up to upstairs, and Paulton was led up there by Rahadin at one point. But it didn't lead to a bone chamber.
Chris, can you get your mic a little bit closer to your mouth? You're cutting out every now and then.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like
Is
closer.
that a little better?
Should be.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a few rooms that I didn't have the pleasure of seeing, so maybe it's
All right.
worth looking into.
Sounds like it's
Now,
worth a
yeah,
try.
You do recall, Paulton, that when you were led upstairs by Rahadin to meet with Strahd, there were some other doorways upstairs that you didn't go through. So maybe it's worth pursuing this direction.
All right.
Yeah.
You lead the way, Paulton. I'll just stand back here looking scary and making fake screams.
How much room is there? Well, Evelyn's kind of been hanging back on the stairs. Like everyone's kind of trumped into the water, but she like kind of like put a foot over the water and then kind of like recoiled and kind of. How much room is there between the water and the ceiling?
There is enough room for you to fly over the water if you so wish. The ceiling is about 8 feet high, so you got about 6 feet above the water.
So she just kind of primly floats above the water and
Okay.
tries not to touch anything.
All right, so you can all hear the soft fluttering of her boots.
I'll make sure to stomp really hard.
Splash, splash,
Splash.
splash, splash.
I
That's fair.
back away from Strix.
Okay. Paulton leads you on a winding path down this flooded hallway into a large, spacious chamber with chains hanging from the ceiling and dark shapes rising up out of the watery floor that you come to realize are things like racks and iron maidens and other instruments of torture. You can also see bloated bodies floating in the water. Some of them looks like they've been hacked up with a sword of some kind. It's quite a
Ew.
horrific mess.
Just like home.
Ew.
Isn't that interesting?
Ew.
There's
Is there
a
anything on
balcony
the
that
bodies?
there's a balcony that overlooks the torture chamber that has 2 thrones on it, like it's some sort of spectator
Ugh.
place.
Ew.
Yeah, it's
And
messed up.
behind that, what appears to be behind the thrones is a torn, tattered red curtain, which Paulton points to and says, "There is a room behind the curtain."
All right. Well, let's scoot in there. I mean,
Okay.
I'm scary.
Splish, splish, splish through the bodies. You kind of push and nudge them aside, and they're really quite horrific. And then you climb up onto the balcony where it's dry, and Evelyn, you can just set yourself daintily down upon it.
hmm
And
Just
when
kind
you
of perch on the edge.
Beyond the curtain is a doorway that stands closed. Paulton, you know that beyond the door is that room with the burning brazier.
That's the room with the throwing and the portals and whatnot.
It's got the portals, yeah, with the stones that you throw into the fire.
Okay. So there's a room. You can I don't know, travel to a bunch of different places. Is that worth exploring? Does that sound interesting? I don't know.
Travel to different places? Like we could travel. Did you find a way out of Barovia for us, you sweet, sweet, sweet bard? Is that what you found? Is that why this is a secret?
Sure.
We have
That's
a
real
way
sweet.
out of Barovia, Evelyn, and it's by murdering Strahd.
Well, I think that's probably better because then we're saving everyone here. But it was a nice,
That's
I
right.
mean, that was the thought that counted, that Paulton was trying to surprise us. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I was here.
That's actually, that could be a very useful room if for some reason we need to say, get out of here real fast.
Yes.
Or
You're
if we need to
welcome.
go to a bone room, maybe this room knows how to get us there.
Is there anything else
Awesome.
past that room, Bolton?
Yeah, there are some doors.
There's some doors
Where do the doors go?
Let's check those out first.
elsewhere.
Let's
Well,
check out the
you're gonna
door.
have to open up this door in front of you and enter the brazier
Oh,
room before you
All right,
see the other
Strix.
doors.
You're in front.
great. I'll open the door.
Okay. When you do, you see a room that's roughly 30 feet square and rises to a 20-foot high flat ceiling. Now, there are 3 doors on the opposite wall, all made of heavy iron-bound wood, all standing closed. 1, 2, 3 in a row. To your left and to your right are deep alcoves, one on each wall. And in those alcoves is an iron statue of a knight astride a great black horse. These 2 statues face each other, looking into the room. And both horses are reared up on their hind legs. These statues are life-sized, and like I said, completely made of cast iron. Now, Paulton, where you saw the brazier, you do not see anything now. The center of the room is basically empty. There are some chains hanging from the ceiling, and you remember at one point there was an hourglass that dangled from them. That has been removed. The brazier, which was a heavy stone thing, like you can't imagine anybody picking it up and lifting it. It was about 8, 9 feet across. That is just simply not there. And instead, all you see is a bare stone floor in kind of a circular tiled pattern. It's like somebody just picked it up and took it away, or disintegrated it, or removed it entirely. You're not sure how. It wouldn't even fit through any of the doors.
So apparently since last time, there were some renovations. And the quick way out is no longer here.
That's not surprising.
There are, however, the 3 doors.
There are the 3 doors.
And you know nothing about any one of these 3 doors?
He does. He knows that the left-hand door, the leftmost door, has a staircase behind it that leads up to an office, or a series of offices, really, that Rahadin took him up when he was leading him up to Strahd. Now, how much of that Paulton wants to share with you is entirely up to him.
There might be a staircase that leads up to some offices, I'm guessing.
It doesn't
Now,
sound
you
like
don't. You
bones.
did not open either the middle door or the door to the right, so those are unknown to you.
Okay.
The other 2 could be bone rooms.
Sweet.
That's what we're looking for.
That's what we're
Well-
hoping at the very least. I am also crazy suspicious of this situation.
Oh, you mean the statues that are totally probably real and going to kill us? Yeah.
Those are the ones.
No, they're cute. I go pet one of the horse's noses. Look how cute they are.
Okay. The statue remains inanimate.
See, just a little cute statue, Strix.
break
Nothing
it
to worry
now.
about.
Just
I
break
mean,
it now.
Rahadin.
Break it now.
I don't want to break it. It's cute.
Ugh.
All those
All
screamy, scary
This is
voices
not-
are messing with your head.
This is not time for an appreciation of the arts. We need to leave.
At all time is time for an appreciation of beauty because beauty is the representation of the light in our
Dear, can you
lives.
check those doors?
Yeah,
Start
I'm
When
on
to
it.
we
scream
find
over
true
her.
beauty, we must celebrate it, for it speaks to the light within all
I'm
of
gonna make the
us.
screams louder.
No,
So I will make my way to the doors to see if they
Okay.
are locked and or trapped. The entire time doing like the careful sidesteppings, eyes darting all around on the floor and the ceiling, make sure there's no kind of pressure plates or hidden wires or anything with glowy eyes or whatever.
Yep, absolutely. Make a perception check as you carefully navigate the floor.
I hate everything. 24.
Okay, so one thing you do notice is that there is something about the floor that is unusual. As I said, the tiles sort of they're done in a radial pattern that kind of originates in the center of the room and goes outward in a circular way. There's a section in the middle of the floor that you think might be a pressure plate or a cover or something. A circular slab of stone. And so you do notice that. And when you make your way over to the other two doors, you can see that, at least at the moment, they appear neither locked nor trapped.
No one step there. I point at the weird
Where?
floor. Okay. Don't entirely know what's up with that.
are you sure we don't want to step on it? Maybe it'd be a good idea to step on it and see what it does.
Not yet, Evelyn. Let me check these out first. I will open the center door, followed by the right door, to see if any of these have possible staircases leading down or whatever.
You open up the center door and you see a staircase beyond it that leads up, but it doesn't lead up very far. It goes up maybe about 20 feet to some sort of dusty corridor that bends that goes to the right. So the corridor up above doesn't look, it's got cobwebs hanging in it. It doesn't look well traveled. The door on the right opens up onto a landing at the bottom of a spiral staircase that also goes up, but you can't see where it goes to because it just curls around.
Well, damn.
So it's all up from here.
Gotta check both.
Yeah. I kind of like the feeling of the cobwebby one. I don't feel like there's many reasons to visit a bone ossuary very often.
That's true.
I, for one, do not like cobwebs. I'm just putting that out there.
That's fine. Strix is leading.
I like
Oh, she
cobwebs.
loves cobwebs.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Do you want some?
No, thank you. Thanks for offering, though.
Now, that said, I did notice something suspicious in the center of this room. So the center place where I saw the weird stone, I'm not sure if it's a pressure plate or if it's perhaps like a trap door that could open up somehow, or
What if I throw something at it?
don't.
You're not exactly sure what its function is, but it could be a lid or a pressure plate.
Lid or pressure plate.
Oh, I got my directions backwards here. Never mind.
All right. Maybe we'll come back to this. I don't trust it.
Don't touch it. Just don't touch it. Let's just go in the cobweb thing. You
Yeah.
look for traps, and we'll just go see if that leads
All
us
right.
to it.
I will go down the cobwebby area just to see if that leads us towards anything that looks promising. If for some reason it doesn't work, we can double back.
Yeah, you climb up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, like I said, you're basically the far end of a hallway that goes off straight into darkness. The hallway is kind of tapers and reaches a point about 8 feet high, and it's got flagstones set into the floor, old, crumbly, damp, mortared walls, and it's absolutely forlorn. Nothing living has passed through this hallway in ages.
Perfect.
Evelyn,
Yeah?
there's something about this hall that is strangely alluring. You're not sure why, but for an instant, it's almost as if the cobwebs are moving in a way that suggests they're beckoning you.
do I feel like they're beckoning me in a like? I guess I would do like a religion check to see if they're beckoning me in a way that is toward the light or in a way of temptation.
Absolutely.
The spider's like,
Religion.
come to the light.
Yeah.
We're holy spiders.
We won't bite you.
I got a
spiders
7.
of Lathander.
I only rolled a 7.
Okay, you have no idea, and you think you might just be. Nobody else seems to be noticing that the cobwebs are moving strangely, so maybe it's all in your head. Strix's voices are starting to freak you out.
Yeah, I'm kind of like shaking it off, but I'm very intent on it, so I'm kind of urging them forward. Like, let's go. Let's see if the bones are here.
There's no branches on this hallway. It just goes off straight as far as your light can see.
I am pushing Strix in front of me and hiding behind her so she can hit all the cobwebs. And I'm like, come on, let's go.
So Strix, you're going to lead the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
I'll be behind her.
Yeah, search for
Keeping
traps, please.
careful watch. Yeah.
Well, if he's searching for traps behind you, he's not going to find anything before you set it off. Strix.
Oh, then you go in front of me, prisoner.
Side by side.
You do actually have enough room here that you could stand side by side.
Okay, you can come. I'll just like pull him forward and be like, yes, prisoner, look for traps.
Perfect facade.
Ooh.
Right. There's a very thin layer of kind of a fog that's coalesced on the floor here, but Diath, make a perception check.
Yay! This is my favorite because they got a lot of points into it. Hooray! 10.
Okay. The
But
fog.
good-
That's the
and
lowest I can go with
cobwebs-
on a natural one.
Yeah, the fog and the cobwebs are kind of confounding you. And you come to a point in the tunnel where suddenly the floor gives way underneath yours and Strix's feet.
Cool.
I'm holding on to Strix. So can I like at least not, because I know I can't really carry her, but can I try to get her to like the edge of where it fell through and like let her grab on or something?
Well, let's see. First things first, I need Evelyn, Strix, and Diath to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is this versus traps?
This is yes, absolutely versus traps. And Evelyn, you're making it to see whether or not you're fast enough to grab Strix before she falls.
Okay.
away from you.
Wow. 21.
What was it? Dexterity?
Yeah.
So I have thanks to Dungeon Delver feat, I have advantage versus traps.
You sure do. So you get to roll twice and take the higher result.
Sure did. 9.
Nah.
Okay.
I
And Strix, how did you do?
got a 6.
Okay. Both Strix and Diath are completely caught by surprise as the floor tilts down underneath their feet. It kind of tilts in one direction, and you see that it becomes part of a ramp that descends into darkness. Now, Diath disappears down that ramp,
No.
and the floor of the ramp is very, very smooth, so Diath has nothing to cling on to as he vanishes from sight. Strix, you would have gone with him had Evelyn not been on the ball and grabbed hold of you.
I'm
Grab
fine.
you by like the hood. I've got you.
For my luxurious elf hair.
Yes, Diath, you're not exactly sure how long the ramp is, but you think it might be about 50 feet.
I'll be okay.
You suddenly
Everything's fine.
you hear a door or hatch or something slide away ahead of you, and
Oh,
you are
no.
dropped unceremoniously into what appears to be a flooded dungeon cell.
Son of a bitch.
We yell down. Hello, can you hear us?
And then the floor resets itself, and you guys are closed off from your friend Diath.
Oh, come on.
I pull Holly off of it and then I try to get the ramp to be a ramp again and go in after Dia.
Okay. So Diath, for a moment, as you resurface in this dungeon cell, you can see a number of things. One, the water here is about 5 feet deep. So even while standing up, you're kind of just up to your neck in water. There are rusty bars trapping you in this cubicle, this 10 foot by 10 foot cube, in what appears to be a cell block. And I'm just checking to see if you're alone. Let's see. Is Diath alone?
He's
He's
never
not with
alone.
me.
Or is he with somebody or something?
This would be
We're
the
never
time to say
alone.
that Lathander is always there.
Strahd is always with us.
We are never alone
All right.
in the light of the morning.
You are, in
hour.
fact, alone in this flooded cell.
Oh.
So, Dia, if you have a moment, do you want to do anything?
Mostly get real upset at myself for falling for something so easy.
You
And
didn't
then-
attract that trap, did you?
And then getting sad that I just am now a burden upon my friends.
Oh no!
And then just a little bit more sad because I never wanted to be behind bars again.
Oh man.
But with that I'm clearly in some kind of prison.
Yes.
Now, are these bars thick enough where I can get my hands through with, say, some lock-picking tools? Can I get myself out of here?
So, yeah, you can see that each door is fitted with an iron lock. This lock is underwater, but you have your thieves' tools. You could try to basically pick the lock from inside the cell. However, you have disadvantage because you're on the wrong side of the lock, and it's underwater.
Oh, God.
Am I not able to get the trapdoor
I
to
was just
fall
about
again?
to say, as you're pulling out your thieves' tools, you hear something coming down the ramp.
I'm like surfing, down it because I'm
Okay.
still applying pressure to it, but I'm also using my boots, so I'm not like falling. I'm just like looking super cool, like.
I would like you then to make a dexterity check to look super cool.
Okay, awesome.
If you have
I've done
acrobatics,
this
you can
before.
use that.
Oh dang, Chris Perkins! I got a 21, so I look really cute.
Yeah. So Evelyn comes gliding, surfing down the ramp into the cell with you, DF.
Ah. And then I like pause on the very end of the ramp. I don't like get off of it. I just hold it down.
Okay.
And then I'm like, need a lift?
I mean, can you?
Well, I was thinking I could just do this, and I take more Lightfall, and I just kind of like punk it into the wood of the ramp. And then I grab his.
The ramp is actually made of black stone.
Oh, that's not going to work then.
No.
Well, I figured we could try to climb it together, but I thought it might be better than you hanging out here.
I could throw you a rope,
That works too. Good idea, Strix. Thanks.
but
Is
I'm
there-
not very strong.
Strix, after Evelyn triggers the ramp to go down, the ramp door closes behind her unless you try to wedge it open somehow.
I thought that I was holding it with my feet. That's why I didn't get off the edge.
So in other words, you're staying at the top of the ramp, Evelyn?
So I don't know how long this ramp is, but I was thinking
It's
like it
about
goes
50,
like this.
It's about 50 feet.
Yeah. So I was like, shoo, and I stand here and I'm looking at Dia. Can I not see him from there?
So you can absolutely see DF, but now you're at the bottom of the ramp, right?
Right. And I'm just holding it down like
The
this.
top of the ramp has a lid.
What?
I can wedge it with something.
So,
I-
like-
Oh, it went like this.
Yeah, so like there's a ramp here and it just opened itself down into
Oh.
So now we're both stuck in here.
Yeah. So the pit
Wait.
lid above you basically is
So it's like this, and I
Yeah.
went shoop, and I
well,
fell.
if I see it closing, I'll grab one of my extra vampire stakes and just
Okay.
put it in there.
All right. When you jam your stake in, you think that will hold it open a little bit for a while, but eventually, since it's not as sturdy as an iron spike, it probably won't work for very long.
Right. So I'm just gonna yell down there and be like, "You need to hurry and get back
Okay.
up here real fast."
Okay, throw me the rope.
Okay, the rope comes down. No
And I
problem.
tie it off on anything I can find that is not me holding it.
There is nothing.
Halted.
Ah!
Okay.
Tie it up on Paul.
Except Paulton.
Paulton. Yeah, I tie it off on Paulton.
If I were to
What?
summon Morning Glory, does she have to summon to my location, or could I summon her to Strix's location?
I believe. Let me check the spell.
Are we gonna bring a horse in here?
Yep. I love horses.
Bum, bum, bum.
I can check too. I should have just checked myself.
All right, so it's going to appear within 30 feet of you.
So, I mean, Pythagorean theorem, like 50, it's the hypotenuse.
No. You're too far from Strix while you're at the bottom of the ramp.
Dang it.
You have to be about halfway up the ramp.
Could,
It's okay. Between me and Paulton, we can pull you up. It'll be fine.
okay. I can just fly. You just have to pull him.
Yeah. Okay. So you start flying up so you can hold the door and tie the rope around Dieth.
Here, DF, tie this around yourself. Not around your neck, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Paulton, I would like, since you're the anchor,
And I'm holding on to it too.
I would like you and Strix to make. I'd like actually you to make the strength check, Paulton, and Strix, since you're aiding him, you give him advantage on the.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's do this.
This is a
And I flutter up to help too and to hold open the thing.
First one is a 19.
Great.
Guess we'll see. We're gonna go with 19.
Well, Paulton, with Strix's help, you are able to brace yourself as Evelyn and Dieth make their way back up into the hall.
Whoa!
And I'm all
Teamwork!
soaking wet.
Yeah,
Yay.
Dieth is wet head to toe. You know, looks like a drowned ghoul.
Oh no. It's a good look for you.
It doesn't change much, honestly.
That's rude.
I was just trying to be nice.
Well, I'm gonna take my steak back because I need that.
Okay.
You
when
probably could stop with the screaming voices right now. 'Cause
No.
you don't
when
need.
you when you pull the stake free, you kind of break the whole end off it.
Oh, my steak! Oh, I have 2 more. It's fine.
My baby.
My son.
Now, knowing where the trap door is the first step in avoiding it. You can kind of, with Evelyn's strength and resolve, get yourself across that trapped section of hallway,
All right.
and press on. When you do, you find that the passageway continues on another 50 feet and then ends at a stone door. It looks like the door pulls inward.
Checking the door.
Okay.
Traps, locked, etc.
I guessed.
Do you want me to roll or?
Yes, please.
Okay. Perception? Investigation?
That would be perception.
All right. 17.
Okay. This door, as you inspect it, is only 3 feet wide and about 5 feet tall, and it's rectangular. You don't see any traps on it. The way it and the hinges are on this side.
Okay.
When you kind of pull on the handle, you can feel, because it's made out of stone, it's heavy, and it kind of makes that kind of stone on stone sound
Cool.
as you pull on it. But with some strength, you can do so, and you don't believe it's trapped.
Okay. I don't hear anything coming from the other side.
You do not.
All right.
Part of that is because you think this door is actually quite thick.
Right. All right. Well, Evelyn, be ready just in case. Everyone, brace yourself. And I'll
I
try
hold
to.
up Lightfall.
I'll
I
try to.
look super scary. Like, yes, you are my prisoners.
By this time, Strix, you're absolutely draped in cobwebs because you've been walking through them as you've been clearing the hall.
It's fine. I'm just a scary elf in cobwebs now.
Yeah, you are.
I am so pretty.
Okay, as the door grinds open, you can see, and you are now looking into, you're sort of in one corner of a vast dark catacombs with arched ceilings supported by wide columns that double as crypts.
Bones!
Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air, and a thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The black ceiling above is moving.
Oh,
I do not touch anything.
doesn't
Me
look
too.
like bones though. This
You
is
don't
just
see any bones, no.
I mean,
It looks like the floor is covered in a black mud, and
Oh,
the black
gross.
ceiling literally is undulating.
I mean, it's catacomby.
they're bats. Do I know are they
When you
bats?
shine yeah, absolutely. When you shine your drift globe up, you can see that the ceiling is absolutely covered with bats, thousands.
Oh.
They're so cute.
Finally, we agree on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that special?
But
The light of Lathander shines upon our friendship.
are there any doors we can see that might lead something?
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
So
no.
this great catacombs that you're in, the pillars that support the vault, the curved vaulted ceiling, are these great thick rectangular kind of hollow columns, and each of them has a crypt door set into one side of it. So there are all these crypt doors kind of looking back at you from various angles and whatnot. Now, the catacombs is so vast and it kind of opens up so far ahead of you into the darkness that it forms an almost maze, a catacomb maze. And you've got to think there's other ways out of this giant complex.
Is this an ossuary?
No, we need a place made of bones, not
Right.
housing bones.
Oh.
And I really don't want to see what's ever inside of these doors come to life and try and kill us right now. Just
I
as an
agree.
aside.
I don't want to see that either.
So maybe we should just back up slowly and go in the other door.
Wait, so you don't think this is the right way?
If we can't find a door out of here, because we need the building, the walls to be made of bones, not the bones in the building to come back to life and kill us and or ruin our lives.
Right, so this is some sort of crypt just holding dead things. I'm kind of curious to know who would be so important that they would keep 2 tombs for them right here in the center.
Obviously, all of Strahd's relatives and butlers and pets. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm also scared of all these other doors off to the side, like you said. Who knows what will open up?
Evelyn,
Mm-hmm.
you feel again something trying to usher you forth. In this case, though, it isn't the cobwebs continue to sort of move ahead of you, and the way they kind of billow suggests they're almost creating a passage for you to follow. But none of your friends seem to take notice of this. The passage kind of leads you kind of direct in deeper into the catacombs.
I feel like we should keep going.
I'm sorry, Evelyn, what?
I feel like there's a reason for us to go deeper.
Is the reason Lathander?
You know, the reason for everything is Lathander, and the light in all of us is
I'm
the
sorry,
light of the
I'm
morning
sorry.
Lord. But
I'm sorry.
just if you want, you could just stay here real quick. I'm just gonna go check and see what's kind of over there on the other side. And I just kind of start like
Don't go by
floating.
yourself. No,
No,
Alright.
it's better this way. If
it's better this way.
if she doesn't touch anything on the floor, she won't trigger anything.
Unless it's a string or an axe or like a spell or
I'll be real
Everything
careful.
oh no.
All right, off she goes
Bye.
into the dark catacombs, leaving you back at the door. And the funny thing is, as you guys watch, the hanging, all of the drapes of cobwebs seem to part before her.
See, it's not so bad.
You pass a crypt which has an epitaph written on it that says "Artista de Slop, Court Ceiling Painter."
There's a ceiling painter.
You pass another crypt that has an epitaph that reads, "Lady Isolde Yunk, Isolde the Incredible, purveyor of antiques and imports."
There's an antique seller here too.
You
I think
pass.
her business is closed.
You see a crypt. Its epitaph says, "Prince Ariel du Plumet, Ariel the Heavy."
Oh, there's a heavy prince too.
Yep. And you see a crypt. You pass a crypt. The epitaph that reads, "Martank Swilovich, friend and member of the Barovian Wine Distillers Guild."
Oh, Paulton, there's a wine distiller.
Great.
I mean, they're all dead. So who cares?
And
Right.
you finally are brought to, or led to, or sort of drawn to this crypt that's kind of, it's not embedded in one of the pillars that support the ceiling of the catacombs. It's recessed into a back wall of the catacombs. But there is an epitaph on that crypt door, and it says Saint Markovia.
That rings a bell for me, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, you were at the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Yeah. Guys, St. Markovia's here. Like the one from the Abbey. Do you think their dead body is valuable to us somehow?
I don't know. Open it up. Watch it. Ask him some questions.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
Make an
I open
intelligence check, or actually a religion check if you want, Evelyn.
Oh man, I rolled the same. I keep rolling 4s for religion, so that's a 7.
Okay.
That sucks.
Yes, it does.
I'm real religious.
I'm gonna walk. Can I walk up next to her and also do a religion check?
Can she aid me in my religion?
No, I want to. I want to be better than you. I want to know something about Lathander that you did.
Go ahead. So Strix, you're following, and you're wading through what appears to be like 6 inches of bat shit to keep up with her.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Right. So you guys come up behind her, and yes, you may make a religion check as well. Strix.
Come on, now's my time to shine. Yes,
Do it.
21.
What?
Okay, you recall back when you
points in
first
religion.
visited the abbey and you brought Dieth's corpse there to be raised. There was a plaque mounted on just outside the gate of the abbey that bears Saint Markovia's name, and the plaque said, "May her light cure all illness."
It said, I remember when we were at the Abbey, it said, "May her light cure all illness." Wow, I should know a lot about these saints that totally like Lathander. I'm just super smart.
What was
Yeah,
that?
you should totally go in there.
Yeah, you should come over here, sick face.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know if what you have is really an illness, but it's certainly worth a shot. Go like rub that dead body on you a little bit.
Okay, I don't know if that's how it works, but it'd be funny to watch.
I like how anytime we flash back to something, it's always paired with, oh yeah, that's when that terrible thing happened to Dia.
Yeah.
Come over here.
Okay. No, I'll make my way over there. I'm like
Okay.
immediately intrigued because I also remember the Markovia Abbey that resurrected me in the first place. So I have some
Yes.
trust in this.
Okay. You make your way there.
Okay.
I try to open it for him.
Okay. When you push the crypt door open, or pull it open, your choice, the crypt smells of roses. And when you look beyond the door,
Gross.
when you look beyond the door, you see a small claustrophobic crypt, about 10 feet square, 10-foot high ceiling. There is a marble slab rising up from the middle of the floor, and some skeletal remains strewn upon it. Well, actually, no. Most of the remains have completely disintegrated. In fact, all you really see is a pile of dust on top of this marble slab.
I approach it reverently and say a prayer of respect for the circle of life and how when the door closes on our life, another opens into the light, etc.
All right.
Can I do a religion check to see if I know anything about how St. Markovia could cure wounds?
No, because she's not really a figure from your history.
Strix, how does St. Markovia cure wounds and sickness?
But
I love that you asked me that. I'm very pleased.
you instinctively feel drawn to the dust.
I go to it.
Okay. You are now
Maybe-
standing over the slab and the dusty remains.
Dieth, come breathe this in.
What?
It's I don't know. Just go like sniff it up.
Oh,
Go snort Saint
Go
Markovia.
snort some of this dust.
I am not doing a line of Markovia.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
I'm just like, well, do you want a party or what?
Like, come on.
I like kind of giggle, but then I'm like, this deserves respect. And then I say, would you like me to bless it for you first, Dieth? Would that make you feel better?
No,
It's
I
really
think-
sniffing it up.
No, I think we're jumping to conclusions. Is there anything about the slab or anything that we can kind of check out?
At a glance, it looks pretty ordinary, but you can inspect it more closely with a perception check.
I will do that.
I just kind of am like in this, I'm having this like spiritual moment that I don't really understand. So I just kind of like kneel by the slab and like concentrate and
Yeah.
pray and think.
So looking for more engravings or whatever. I got a 22.
All right, Dieth is very, very immersed in studying this, and Evelyn, as you kneel before the slab, Dieth, you're initially so interested in the slab itself, you don't even notice this, but a ghostly form appears above the dust. And Evelyn, it's so faint that you can barely discern more than part of a face. But from this apparition comes the faintest of whispers. And it says, "Vampire must be destroyed."
Yes.
She says, "Present your weapon."
Okay.
My back is turned. I'm like, hold on. I think I can find something.
And I present Lightfall I hold
All
it
right.
that
The
version.
the ghostly form, you can sort of see this hand manifest and reach out toward your axe.
Ugh.
All praise and glory to the morning Lord.
And it touches the axe and light spills over it. It's at that time that Diath, you see the light and you look up and there is this ghostly form of this faint spectral saint or woman that has just imbued Evelyn's axe with magical power. And Evelyn, your axe radiates like the sun momentarily, and some of that light becomes captured within its form.
Saint Markovia, is this a weapon with which now to rid the world of the Devil Strahd?
And she says,
We can't hear you. Chris. Your mic is like.
yes, I know, exactly. You can barely hear her. I'd like you all to make perception checks as she is fading away.
Can I see her too?
Yep.
Okay, good. 'Cause I was gonna walk up and put my finger in the ashes, but I won't if there's a ghost.
12.
Oh wow, that's real bad.
15.
Whew, 6.
All right.
10.
So you hear her say, wield the weapon wisely, Lady Martha.
I will. Also, would you mind healing my friend before you go?
She's gone.
Dang it. Thanks for the weapon. All praise to the morning. All praise to Lathander. Hallelujah. Diath, try touching my weapon. Maybe it'll help. I hold it out to him.
What?
Well, she blessed it, and she's the healing saint.
Also, it's a brand new, fresh bless. There's we can still throw the dust. In
Yeah,
the
like rub your face on it a little bit. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, I've already been through enough terrible stuff. I'll just take off a glove and touch the broadside of her axe. Like, oh, there it is.
Yep. Nothing happens.
Maybe you need to get closer to it.
Can I scoop the dust into a potion
Whoa.
into like a bottle?
I do not see her do that.
Yeah, you can sort of take a pile of it and put it in the bottle. So Evelyn, you become aware right off the bat that you can cause the axe to shed bright light or dim light out to a certain radius. But you believe that it has been imbued with a new ability. It has basically the same powers as a Mace of Disruption. When you hit a fiend or an undead with this magic weapon, that creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Jesus.
And if it has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it must make a wisdom saving throw or be destroyed.
Whoa.
Oh, so it actually is Lightfall now.
It does what it says.
It's awesome! I like hold it up and it goes ping, ping, ping and
Yeah.
shines.
Yes, it shines with the light of the sun, it shines bright light out a 20-foot radius and then a dim light for another 20 feet beyond that. So it's very brightly lit in this crypt right now.
I do like a Zelda holding up Link holding up something out of a chest like da na na na. I do like a little twirly dance like da 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 da.
And as soon as that happens, all of the bats in the
Oh no.
catacombs behind you just start to freak out and you just see a wall of black wings fill the catacombs behind you.
They're
Ah,
celebrating. Isn't it grand?
I don't think they're celebrating. Paulson, do you have any wine? I'm gonna hold out the potion bottle with the ashes in it and tell him to pour some wine in it.
I'm
I
just
have
looking
an
at,
idea. It's an idea. Just pour some wine in here.
Did I see where she got that?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with any
Just
of
pour
this.
some wine in there.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, so you create this admixture of wine and dead saint.
Yes.
And
And I'm gonna hold it out to Diath and say, "Fix yourself."
Whoa.
This is
Drink-
the worst idea you've ever had.
I'm
I'm
not
like
a
not
religious-
paying attention at
I
all. I'm
know
just playing
magic,
with my
okay?
weapon.
I know magic. I do magic. I'm just saying. Look, bones and saints are very powerful. If you eat some of it, maybe it'll cure you.
I'm not a man of faith, but I mean, I wouldn't.
How can it get worse? Plus, she would have already gotten mad at me for taking it. So let's be honest here. She wanted me to take it.
Because I'm already losing control of myself. The last thing I want to do is eat more people.
It's like, well, I mean,
Technically, it's a saint, so
it's your second funeral.
I'm like totally oblivious to their conversation. I think they're watching me, and I'm like, look at how cool this is. Shoo, 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 shoo.
Strix is just gonna look at you really close and go, "I do magic."
You're like the face of Rahadin in their screen.
Yeah,
I'll take her stupid concoction.
I just want to help my friends.
All right. So you're holding this bottle with this stuff in it.
I
Yeah.
step back a little bit, just like.
All right.
I mean,
Chris is like, what am I going to
I'm just
make
gonna
happen?
I'm just gonna turn to Evelyn and go, "Hey, can you do a quick prayer over here?"
Oh, sure. I'm always happy to do that. I come over and I'm holding Lightfall like this because I'm like not even willing to put it away. I'm like a a kid on Christmas. I just got this best toy. I'm like, what do you want me to pray about?
Just say that may this infusion of the saints heal our good friend who will continue to do good in the world and help defeat the devil Strahd if he is back to his normal state. Maybe just repeat that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's talking about infusion of power into Lightfall. So I'm like, may the infusion of the Morning Lord's power from your holy saint bring us help him to help us to defeat Strahd, and may the light of the Morning Lord shine forever, and may our friend be healed.
Oh,
Okay,
and
good.
also ask for forgiveness for drinking a corpse. Go, do it now.
Forgiveness for what?
Yeah.
All right. So Diath, you drink the whole concoction down, and
It's like boba tea.
it tastes exactly how you would expect 1,000-year-old dead saint to taste.
Ugh.
It's all chalky and horrible. But immediately you are racked with staggering amounts of pain, and you begin
Whoops.
to convulse and sort of twist yourself up into a little ball of utter.
What
They're
did you
agony.
give him?
More wine. Get him to throw up.
So you're kind of like this half undead creature now, and this kind of saint of light has just been spilled down inside of you.
What have you done?
It was fun. I was just.
This is
It might
this
work.
is
Just
this is
let
what
it
it-
go.
you suddenly realize this is what it must feel like to be turned by a
Oh God!
It's
Oh,
horrible, horrible, horrible. And you can't escape it. It's like eating you from the inside out. You can almost feel your skin wanting to erupt and tear itself from your body, leaving only the bones behind, just to
Yep.
get away from this horrible stuff that's churning inside of you.
I don't know if I have tear ducts still, but
The rest of you see Diath convulsing on the floor, his eyes bugging out, his big long ghoul tongue hanging out of his mouth.
Maybe I don't do magic that well.
I'm drinking my wine, just like.
Give it to
"Those are
him."
not-"
Get him to throw up.
At this point, Evelyn, you can see that there's sort of like this hand-shaped swipe through the dust on top of the marble slab, and you can see some of the dust is clearly missing.
Do I have any idea what the remains of a saint would do to an undead?
That would require a religion check, but I'm going to give you advantage.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Nat 1 is the first, so let's hope the other one's better. Okay. 14.
Okay. You believe that the remains of a saint, much as Strix said, can have great power against evil, like fiends and undead. They can be used to hedge evil creatures, keep them at bay. They are known to have weird curative effects, although it can vary from saint to saint depending on their power.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say there's no way to know specifically how Saint Markovia's remains what effect that they would have on a creature such as this. And as you mull it
the
over,
effect is pain.
There is a way to find out.
We found out.
I run over to him and I kind of like try to hold him while he's convulsing. And I'm like, there, just let it happen. Either you are about to be healed of this terrible affliction, or you are about to walk into the light, escorted by Saint Marthane. Just let it happen.
Everything is terrible.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything while Dieth is helpless and in agony on the floor?
Nope.
The bats still have you kind of trapped in the crypt right now because they're still going mad.
I think we do have a healing potion. I think we got some healing potions with the stakes.
I sing a hymn and rock
So
it.
I'll give him a healing potion. Be like, whoops, this one's a real one. It's not mine.
So Dieth, you're lying on the floor, and Strix has sort of unplugged another bottle as he's trying to stop.
Oh, we're going through this again, are we?
You won't be 18.
Ah!
You're my friend.
He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine.
Are you taking the potion, Dieth?
I don't know if I should.
You're not sure you could either.
I don't think I can. Strix, I don't think I can.
Don't worry. I
Everything
have
goes so
I have
wrong.
wine. I have more wine. So if he does
Right.
croak, we can pour one out.
Okay.
No, Strix, save it for someone who isn't already doomed.
You're not doomed.
Not with that attitude.
I'll pour it in his eye then.
All right. You start to douse him in the
I just
potion.
poured it. It'll
Uh,
absorb through your
all
eye.
right. The potion runs down your head and face, Dieth, as you're squirming on the floor, and you feel like you are doomed. This is the end.
I'm just like, what is happening?
Not you guys too.
All right. Strix, as you sort of do that, Dieth just coughs up this big spurt of black, horrible substance. And he just splatters it all over your face.
This is fine.
And it begins to run. He begins to just sort of, in his seizure, start to churn out more and more of this horrible black.
Okay, don't
It's
do
the
it on me.
evil
Do it in
coming
the
out
corner.
of him.
Do
This
it
is
in the
it.
corner.
I'm destroyed
Let
by
it
my
out.
helpful friends.
Praise the morning Lord.
I'm gonna push him towards the corner.
No,
Don't throw up on the saint either. They'll be mad.
No more morning, Lord. No more.
Should we like keep track of the black goop in case he actually needs that?
We don't have anything to do. Put cloak over it. I don't know.
I just keep an eye on it.
You can't really tell the black goop from the bat poo, so I think it's a lost cause.
Well, there's no bat poo inside the crypts here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now it's covered in black. We're gonna have to clean this up, or this lady's gonna be real mad.
All right.
I'm like rubbing his back, like the equivalent of holding back his hair.
A drunk
you know?
person.
Yeah. It's all right. The morning Lord is blessing you. Expel the evil from you. Praise the morning
Right.
Lord.
Strix
So-
will be like, yes, keep praying. Yes,
Yeah,
pray.
right now you're just basically on your hands and knees spewing this bile up out of you.
Wishing for sweet release.
Yep. And the rest of you can see that the bile is sort of steamy, horrible, liquid, evil stuff. You see it sort of coalesce and begin to move about on its own on the floor.
No, we got to kill that for
That's
sure.
See, that's what I was talking about. It might run away.
You're going to run through the bats. Is that your plan, Paulton? Run through the
What?
bats?
Oh no, I was saying the black goop might run away. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Keep
Okay.
an eye on it.
While I'm still cheering on Dieth, I kind of try to just like chop at the black goo with my newly
Yes, use
lit
that.
Okay.
light fall.
When you do, it seems to have no effect on the black goo, and you can see that the black goo is beginning to dissipate and seep into the stones of the crypt and the castle.
Well, at least
That's
it's going
fine.
away.
And at last, Dieth, you have retched up the last of it, and when the rest of you look on, you see that he has lost his ghoul-like countenance.
I'm like right in his
You
face.
look
I'm like,
I
normal.
hate you guys. Listen,
It worked. I
no,
can do
I'm dead.
magic.
Just leave me to
Strix,
be
you're so
over
magical.
for me.
Praise the
Just
thunder.
leave
I'm
me
dancing
behind.
around with my axe.
I think
can
he
do
looked cool
magic.
before.
What?
I think he looked pretty cool before. I don't know. Maybe that's
You're-
just me.
Do you know that you're healed, Dieth? You're not a ghoul anymore.
What?
What is
No,
your
I-
name?
Paulton, shut up. I'll
Do you
take off
know
my
what
gloves.
day of the week it is?
Here, I'll pour some of Paulton's wine on the ground so he can look at himself in the reflection.
Right, so I'll like,
Oh!
I'll take off my gloves and examine my skin, or maybe take out like my short sword and try to like reflect it using the blade at my face.
Okay.
Just to make it-
Yes, when you look, you can see that the normal living pallor has been restored to your features. You are not nearly the sunken, drawn, horrible half undead horror that you've been recently.
How old do I look?
You look about 18.
I go and hug him and spin him around with my my flying boots. I'm like, yay! Praise Lathander!
I'm just gonna look at the dust and be like, I won't take any more.
I am so relieved. Like legitimately relieved. I feel like I got myself again. I got my strength back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Poking him
You
with
have,
a
to
stick.
you have to thank this lady, Saint Mark.
Oh yeah, you should pray for sure.
I mean, I'm not doing that, but you praying is enough, Evelyn. I'll just say aloud, thank you.
No, she knows. That's
Diaz
twice.
should say it.
No, she knows. That's twice I owe myself to St. Markovia.
So, after seeing the effects, should we take more of that stuff?
No,
Oh,
leave it
it's that-
alone.
No?
We only get
Alright,
a little
just-
bit because I didn't die taking it the first time.
No, I think
Okay.
that's fine.
I think that's very wise. Strix, you are a more faithful servant of Lathander than
Don't
I
touch me.
realized.
Don't talk to me.
Okay.
So now that I even have this, it's not that this weird ghoul
This bod.
expunged.
Yes.
Do I still, within myself, feel any other lingering effects, such as a strange power to possibly resurrect someone, or hunger for corpses?
You have lost the hunger for corpses. You retain the power that you gained from dark powers. It's as if, though,
Suck my dick, Dark Lord.
What?
it's as if Saint Markovia has defied somehow the dark powers and excised them from your being, but you still have the benefit that they imparted you.
Saint Markovia is legit.
Praise be to Saint Marakiva.
Good job.
Close enough.
Ah,
What should we do? Now you have a fancy spell on your axe.
We should.
We still need to find the bone room now that, I mean, we've got a fancy axe. I don't know.
I mean, it's up to you. The bone room was kind of your thing.
yeah, you're supposed to get a thing from this bone ossuary. I still feel like that's important.
I have all these cool things.
Well, Strix, you do recall when Madame Ava was drawing cards that she said these were weapons that could help you in the battle against Strahd. She never said you had to have it.
So it wasn't like you're going to die,
Right.
probably.
It wasn't find this or die.
Oh, okay.
It was like
I
this
mean-
will make the battle easier.
That would be
Seems
fine.
like St. Markovia gave us a little leg up on top of that anyway. So,
Saint Markovia is the best.
We're
yeah.
paying here the best way.
If I just say, if we run into the bone ossuary, if we find it, then great. If we defeat Strahd, then great. I would rather get out of here than have a fancy toy because the only thing that matters to me are these cobwebs. I'm just going to take them off and put them in my pocket.
All right.
That's fine. I could probably do it on my own now that I have this amulet and this
not-
blessed axe.
Let's not. Whew, let's just take it down a notch there,
Real
Lathander.
quick, was there anything left from that healing potion you attempted?
No, she poured the whole thing over you.
Damn.
Sorry. It got in your eyes, though.
I'm aware. Thank you. Okay. So if I'm restored, Evelyn has been imbued with this power. Let's kill us a vampire.
Let's do it.
So let's start heading our way back.
I'm scared.
I still think we should try to find this bone ossuary because any and all help. We need any and all help. All of it, really. So I think we should try to attempt at the very least. We have at least one more doorway we can check, and there's also that bizarre plate in the center of that last room.
That's
So,
true.
other doorway?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm up for whatever. I'm feeling great.
So in order to get back to that door, you have to go all the way back to the brazier room, which means crossing through the bats of the catacombs, going back down that long hallway with the trap door in the floor, and then you'll be back there.
All right.
So the bats are still in great distress, fluttering around the room ever since Evelyn unleashed that light and started to shout at the top of her lungs.
Oh,
Woohoo!
How would you like to deal with that? There are thousands, tens of
Aw.
thousands of bats.
gross.
Someone light a torch.
I light my axe.
No, not. We don't need light. We need fire.
Oh. I don't have any fire.
The fire and the smoke should at least keep them away enough that we should be able to move through them. Yeah?
Do you want me to fireball them?
No, that's excessive.
I have an idea.
Oh, God.
I approach the bats, not getting too close.
Yep.
I hold out a hand and I say, "Stop."
You're going to cast suggestion on every single bat?
What happens?
just the king bat. That's all. Yeah. Okay, so Paulton holds up his hand and says, "Stop." When he does, the bats begin to thin out and disappear. You see them all kind of flutter off deeper into the catacombs and away from you.
Are you the Bat King?
It's like, well, my parents are dead, so
No.
it's like,
Why?
holy shit, that works.
Maybe
Did you
they're
see
down-
that?
Maybe they're down here somewhere.
Did you,
Oh,
did
no.
you see it?
You're the Bat
It's fine.
King.
That was concerning.
Why didn't you tell us you were king of the bats?
I didn't think that would work. All right, well, that happened.
Are you some kind of bat whisperer?
I'm
How did you do
learning
that?
many new things about myself on this here trip we're on.
That's good. Personal growth is so important in the light of the morning, Lord.
Absolutely.
I mean, but you've been to the castle before here. Have you seen these bats before? Maybe they know you. Do they know your name?
Do you know me?
The sound of the bats becomes increasingly more distant. You're not sure where they're flying to, but they're definitely getting farther away to the point now you can just sort of hear echoes of their shrieks.
I don't think they're
Get out
coming
of
back.
I don't know.
Just leave this room immediately.
Okay.
These could be weird recon bats.
All right. I will follow. Let's get out of here.
Paulton, you lead because I hate the fact that worked. We'll talk
But-
about it later.
Paulton, you blaze the way through the bat shit back across the way you came to the stone door that leads to the once cobweb-filled hallway, now mostly clear. You can avoid the pit trap now that you know where it is and head back down the stairs into the room that used to have the brazier in it, but now has the weird door. And once you're there, there is another door that you could try, or you could focus on the floor.
What do you guys think? Floor or door?
Floor.
I think door, but I'm not partial to floors because I spend a lot of time on them.
Paulton?
I'm barely here. Let's go wherever. I'm still on the bet thing, so
You're riding that high still?
that was my highlight of the day. That was my one decision.
Have you written a song about it yet? Because being the king of the bats feels like it's a good thing to write a song about. I'd love to hear you sing it.
Oh, I like it. It's catchy.
I've never heard that song before.
If we survive, then probably not. But yeah, let's go.
All right, I choose door then because Strix is my BFF and friendship is important.
All right, let's check the door.
Yes, door is great.
Being just as cautious as before,
Right. And you searched the door for traps before Diath and didn't find any.
right? It was not locked.
That's correct. When you open the door, you see a staircase of ancient stone worn smooth. Thick dust covers its steps and cobwebs choke the passage. This is a long staircase. It goes up. Actually, this is the spiral staircase. So, yeah. So
Shall we descend, my friends?
It only goes up.
It's
Shall we ascend, my friends?
I mean,
Yes. I guess.
partially?
Okay.
Unless we want to go back. I mean, let's just do it.
Okay.
I start ascending.
Okay.
Just check for traps, Dieth.
I'm good at that.
Sometimes.
I'll let him go ahead then. You young, strapping, non-undead teen.
Okay. The staircase leads up to a landing, and then there is a straight staircase up from that landing. And it seems to go up just to the edge of your light. It seems to go up to some sort of wall, like it just ends all of a sudden. And as you get up to this landing, a sickly mist begins to rise up and fill the staircase ahead. And that mist coalesces into the form of the vampire Strahd.
No!
No! Ah!
You see
Okay, so
his
Hello,
eyes.
master.
His eyes glow red with anger, and he calls down to you and says, "Are not welcome. Whatever gods you believe in cannot save you now."
No, hello, my name is Rahadin. These are my prisoners.
You do not intimidate the king of bats.
Oh, woe is me. I'm the prisoner of Rahadin.
Also, good to see you again, sir. You're looking well.
Everybody,
And
roll,
whoa.
everybody
you
roll
betray
initiative.
What?
I love
shit.
that.
Oh, okay, we're just going right for it, huh?
Yep.
12.
12.
We're in a hallway. What is happening?
No, we came up to the landing.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, good.
20.
20 for DF.
12.
12 for Paulton.
18.
All right. DF,
Hello.
you are the first to be able to act after.
Okay,
Strahd.
so there is like a physical embodiment of Strahd in front of us, yeah?
Yes, he is higher up on the stairs than you, but he's about 15 feet away. He just coalesced out of mist.
I'll try diplomacy.
Good job.
Balls. Okay. Not in a great position to do anything. I'm just gonna like run off to the side and kind of is there like pillars or columns or anything nearby? Or is it just
It's just a straight stone staircase leading up to a dead end.
all right? So I'll kind of like move to the side from the party so we're not all grouped up, and I'll just quick throw a dagger at him. I guess.
Okay. Yep. Make an attack roll.
Just he's pissed.
He does look pissed.
Yeah, I know it's not gonna do much, but
He does look pissed.
18.
Yes, the dagger hits Strahd dead center right in the chest, and it passes through him. And as it does, the Strahd just turns to mist and is gone.
Son of a bitch, I knew it.
I would like anybody who cares to make an Arcana check.
I care to.
Uh,
10.
I rolled a 2. So-
10.
I got the best of 12. Are you guys
Six.
not kidding me?
6 with my bonuses.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I got
Oh, two.
12.
Yeah, if you're the only one who sort of gets an inkling that maybe this was some sort of magic and not the real Strahd.
Yeah, I had a suspicion of that.
Puss with the ruse!
I also want to point out the few times I actually throw my daggers and it hits something, it never matters.
Just goes,
Funny because it's true.
So the dagger goes through and dissipates. I'm like, you did it!
You killed Strahd.
That
Guys,
was
I did.
much
I killed-
easier than anticipated.
I killed Strahd.
It was that easy.
Okay, so either he's just delivering us a message or this is some kind of ward for this area.
Right.
If we're not welcome here, he doesn't want us to be here. All the more
Well-
reason to keep going.
In which case we should leave, because that is very rude.
wait
I
a
mean,
second.
he
Why
is-
did you say, "How are you doing, sir," to him, Paulton?
Yes. Answers to those questions
So we need answers now. You can't just say, "How are
and
you
more.
doing, sir?" How's
and more.
It's like you're working a minimum wage job at the castle. Like, what is
That's-
happening?
I
That's-
cast the zone of truth on him right now. Like right this second.
Okay.
I saw him again because I was here.
Are you working for him
Technically, I'm not sure anymore.
anymore?
Are you betraying us, Paulton? I know you're not. I just want to ask you so that Strix can see it.
Would it make things better if I said I betrayed Strahd?
I mean,
Then there you go.
better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what happened.
Strix, ask him all the questions you want while he's in the zone of truth so he can show you that he's a true lover of the light and loves
No,
us
it's
all and will
fine.
never betray us.
It's fine. I just want you to stop talking.
How about this? Simple question. Paulton, are you
Yes.
with us? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then we're good.
Done. Dissipate zone of truth.
Okay.
That was kind of a waste of a spell, but I just wanted us to all believe in each
God,
Hold hands and fly off to the night.
With a maniacal laugh.
Paulton turns into a bat, which he could always do. And
What?
And yells, "King of bags!"
I did a refresh of the page and it's just.
Oh, they're resetting it now, and Trevor is.
There it
You got
is.
it, Trevor. You got it.
There it is.
do.
Oh, they're saying it's back now.
I
Everyone's
see us.
freaking out for
All
no
right.
reason. So we're good. We're good.
Hey, audience, we talked about you.
The brief recap is that Paulton totally proved by not actually answering any of the questions that he was totally with us and not against us, and therefore satisfied everyone that he's on our team, but not really, but we just kind of let it go.
Not a single lie was spoken.
Right.
Amazing.
So at the top of the stairs is the secret door. DF, you find it. You're able to pull it open if you so wish.
Oh yeah, dude. Secret door's my jam.
Yeah. When you do, you can see that it opens in one wall of a shadowy room in perfect order.
The only way to stop the party.
He's really just a hacker. Just like, no, I'm gonna get you, troll.
Right. Well, this might change.
The part's not my job.
We're back, but we actually killed Paulton.
Yes, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's why he's
All right.
gone.
The truth was revealed, so we had to handle it.
We had to handle it.
It was a good run for Paulton.
It's all right.
I cried as I silently smothered him to death and then kissed him lovingly.
Oh no, he's back. Oh, okay.
You're dead now. Sorry.
Apparently, Evelyn smothered you.
All right. So, barring any future technical issues, so
Evelyn, as Evelyn begins to survey the desk to see if there's any papers or other interesting things there, the rest of you see coming up out of the floor behind her a shadowy demonic form that looks like that.
Oh,
Man, come on now.
I'm going to go with the same initiatives we had previously. DF. Well, first thing is this thing takes Evelyn by surprise and attacks her from behind with its claws.
Dang it.
And it's going to hit you, Evelyn, for a total of 17 psychic damage.
Whoa.
Even though its claws, they're sort of insubstantial and shadowy, they don't seem to be what's damaging to you. As it touches you, you feel it rip into your mind.
Into my mind?
It's like it conjures pain in your mind.
Well, that doesn't feel good.
And then DF, you are the first to be able to quickly react to this demon's presence.
How much damage? Sorry? 14?
17.
I don't know if this works to take out the short sword and just leap forward and try to stab him.
All right.
Just Evelyn!
Right. Make your attack roll. It's a non-magical weapon.
13.
That hits it.
Wow.
Roll damage.
Would you say it's currently engaged with Evelyn?
It
An
is.
ally within 5 feet?
Yes.
Excellent. Gotta get all my d6s then for this sweet, sweet sneak attack.
Roll your weapon damage and keep that separate from the sneak attack damage because the weapon
got
damage is going to be halved.
Okay, red damage will be over here. So that'll be my weapon. This is sneak attack. Oops. 2, 4, 8. 14 for the sneak attack. And 5 for weapon damage.
I'm sorry, how much was that?
5 weapon damage, 18 sneak attack.
All right, very good. So your weapon doesn't have as great an effect as you would have hoped, but it still damaged it enough to sort of tear through its shadowy form. And a quick recap for folks who had a bit of a Twitch glitch. So since the Zone of Truth spell was cast, it's doing it again.
Yeah, it is.
Oh no!
Yeah, crap.
Let's just have all the party lay here like we're dead as a concept.
Just keep trolling people.
Yeah, we'll just spend the rest of the episode playing dead.
Yeah,
We're
Where are the
back now.
different ways that we
Just
died?
kidding.
we're good. We're good again. We're good.
All right. So before we suffer any further Twitch glitches, where we are with the party is after Evelyn cast the Zone of Truth and confirmed that Paulton wasn't lying, no lies were spoken. They went up to the top of the staircase where Diath opened a secret door into an office of some kind, and a neatly appointed office. And as Evelyn went to inspect the desk, a shadow demon arose up behind her and started to attack her with its shadowy claws. And Diath just struck it with his short sword. Not doing as much damage as he'd like, but still doing a significant amount of damage to this demon. Strix, what do you do next?
I was mostly confirming
Alright.
whether or not we could actually physically hit it.
Yep.
Do I know this is a demon specifically?
You do.
All right. Have I seen them before? Possibly.
Yes.
All right. So
This is like Shadow Demon from the old cartoon series.
So I'm gonna I'll just look at him as scary as I can in my
Okay.
Rahadin guide and just tell him the master doesn't want you in his office. I already told you that. Back to the abyss with you.
Make
You know
a
she's the best. She's so good at this.
intimidation check.
I'm also speaking demonic as well. if
Excellent.
I could. 16.
All right. The demon, upon looking at